Welcome back, learners. Welcome to CS Teaching Exam Prep. Let us continue with the MCQs, which are related to display devices, which is a part of the concepts in your syllabus, EMRS syllabus. Yes, and also the basic questions on display devices. Coming to the next question, which of the following is an analog display device? That is cathode ray tubes. The television displays cathode ray tubes. They work on analog signals concept, where the light is considered as signals, and based on the signals generated they will be emitting on the displays, that is cathode ray tubes. Which of the following is or are digital display devices? Digital display devices are they work on the particular image. Let us consider whenever to display or to generate a particular image which has it set of number of pixels. To generate these pixels, to display these pixels or to display this image, each and every pixel has its color, and each color has all the values ranging from 0 to 255. All the colors have the range from 0 to 255 values, and each color, whenever we want to display a colored image or a gray image or black and white image, considering that based on that the range of values will be varying. And whenever we want to display a particular color, some colors will be switched off on the display and some colors will be switched on the display. Likewise, these digital display devices work. So the digital display devices are, we know, LED, LCD. LED is like light emitting diode, LCD liquid crystal display, and thin film transistor LCD. This is one of the type of the display device under LCD. Now coming to this, what is the answer for this? That is, all of the above are the display devices. Okay. Next, which of the following is or are the examples of emissive displays? That is, what is meant by emissive displays? That which takes the electrical energy, the electrical supply or the electrical signals, take that signals and convert them to light. That is both A and B. Plasma panel, LED, LCD, both plasma panel and LED. That is, plasma panel and LED are the examples of emissive displays, which considers the electrical energy to light. They will emit or generate the image or any video content by emitting the light. Yes. Next, which display use optical effects to convert sunlight or light from some other source into graphics pattern? That is non-emissive displays. So we have seen emissive displays, they consider the they are like light emitting diodes. Yes. Now what is the optical effect we'll be considering? That like which display device will consider the optical effect, taking the light as a source and changing that particular light source into graphics pattern? That is LCDs. Okay. Liquid crystal displays, they will consider the light or the electrical signal and change it into some graphics pattern. That is LCDs. They won't emit any light. Yes. So the light emitting displays are considered as light emitting diodes, and these are liquid crystal displays. Which of the following is not a type of printer? Laserjet, inkjet, dot matrix. These three are types of printers. Yes. Next, coming to the concepts of software under the computer system or computer system architecture. Now till now we have seen some set of hardware devices which we need to interact with the computer system to make our work easy whenever we use the computer system. Next, hardware need to be operated by a set of instructions. Obviously, whenever it is a physical component, so we have to make it work in a smart way. That is, to make a particular device in a smart way, we have to instruct that particular device. How can we instruct that particular device? By using some set of operations or set of writing, some set of instructions or programs to make that particular hardware device interact with the software. The sole purpose of a software is to make computer hardware useful and operational, obviously. A software knows how to make different hardware components of a computer work and communicate with each other as well as with the end user. Now, whenever we are inputting something with the help of our keyboard, our system has to display whatever the content is given by the keyboard. Yes, so how this communication is happening? By using some set of instructions. Those instructions, we call it as a software. Yes, coming to the questions, which acts as an interface between computer hardware and software? So obviously we need one programming software, is one application which is provided to create an interface between the computer hardware, the physical components of the computer, and software. So that is operating system. It acts as an interface between computer hardware and software, obviously. Which of the following is or are the computer popular operating systems? So popular operating systems, all of the above: Macintosh and Linux, Fedora, and all these are the popular operating systems. Windows operating system, Mac works on Macintosh, Linux, Unix. These are all the popular operating systems. Which of the following is not considered as a system utility? Not considered as a system utility. What is this system utility? System utility is like, it is one of the software which is used to perform our system in a proper manner by using some other external softwares. Yes, so whenever we are using our system, we need some tools. Yes, we need some tools to work on that particular software. So defragmentation tool, disk compression software, antivirus software, these are all the external tools or softwares which make our system to work more, like more features. To enable more features, we need to install or we need to use these tools. Android and iOS are the basic operating systems. They are not considered as system utilities. Yes, to enhance the performance of a computer, to make use of various number of applications, we can use the system utility tools. Okay. Next, which acts as an interface between the peripheral device and the operating system? Peripheral devices are the external devices which we connect to our computer. Like we can consider the peripheral device, the keyboard or the mouse or any hard disk drives. These are all the external peripheral devices. So whenever we connect that peripheral devices, how the interface happens between these devices and the operating systems with the help of the device drivers and application software. Yes, so whenever we install a particular device, we need to have its own application. Yes, this device should have its own application, an app which is related to this device, and we have to create an interface between this application and the operating system. So this comes under this application and the device driver. It is also a software which makes this peripheral device work as required for the user. Yes, so this acts as an interface. Application softwares and device drivers acts as an interface for the external device and the operating system. Yes. Next, an application software is software that works on top of the system software. is needed to cater to different requirements of the end users, both A and B or none? Both A and B, obviously. Software that works on top of the system software. Yes, obviously we need to have a system software. One of the examples of system software is we can consider as operating system. Whenever we use a computer, the basic, like we can use a computer without an application software, but we can use a system without a system software. One of the basic and important example is an operating system which we work on. Yes, and the application software is needed to cater to different requirements of the end users. Now I want to develop some web application. I want to open some YouTube content. So in order to fulfill our requirement, we need to have some application softwares like the web browsers or the related another Microsoft MS Office applications. Yes, in order to develop some documents, in order to write something, in order to create a document, we need some MS Office softwares. Those all comes under the application softwares. Yes, a ready-made application software that can be used by end users as per their requirements is the ready-made application software. Yes, like ready-made application software, application software is itself, it is the extra software we can consider to fulfill the requirements of the user. So I want to develop a document, I have to use the application software like MS Office or Excel or Word document. If I want to check something on my Google Chrome, I need to have that application software and I have to download that web browser application software. Yes, so a ready-made application is all, yes, the spreadsheet tool and the Photoshop application and the Office Calc applications. These are all the basic application softwares. So the extra softwares to fulfill the requirements, various requirements by the end users, those are all considered as application software. Which of the following is not a general purpose software? So what is this general purpose software? General purpose software is which also like same as application software, which is used to fulfill the extra requirements of a particular user. Now GNU image manipulation program, Photoshop application, Mozilla web browser, these are all the application softwares. These are all application softwares, but Windows is not a general purpose software, it is a system software. Windows application, it is a system software. What is a customized software? These are custom or tailor-made application software developed to meet the requirements of a specific organization or an individual. They are designed as per special requirements, all of the above. Yes, the customized software is, they are designed for special requirements. Yes, so whenever like a university application, university needs its own application to store or to make access to the marks of the students, to attendance of the students, or the accounting systems, everything. So for each and every requirement we need some customized software. So whenever a user is required an extra software to perform its activities, a university application or a school application or any office application, so those are all considered as customized softwares. Yes, those are like tailor-made application software. Yes, the programmer will consider the requirements, will take the requirements from the user, and they will develop that particular software. That comes under application software. Yes, it is an application software and it is known as the customized software. Yes, software that has to be purchased from the vendor who has the copyright of the software is called, yes, it is proprietary software. So there are also different types of softwares. Yes, so some softwares, they are freely available, and other softwares, they are freely available, and also we can access that particular software programs and we can change the content of that software. Yes, those are considered as open source softwares and proprietary software. Proprietary software is it has its own copyright from the developer. We cannot change any content when we purchase that from the vendor. Yes, it is not freely available and it is not open to any user. It is called as a proprietary software. It is freeware, it is available freely. Open source, it is open to make any changes to the software application. Yes, proprietary software, it is maintained by the, we have to purchase, and it is maintained by the purchased and it is maintained by the vendor. We cannot change any content from the proprietary software. Next, examples of proprietary software are Microsoft Windows, Tally, Quick all of the above. All of the above, like Microsoft Windows, it is a basic system software. We cannot change anything. We cannot open that particular software content and we cannot change anything here. Quick it is one of the antivirus software. We cannot change. It is not like freeware or it is not like open source. So these are all considered as proprietary software. So first we have to think like, okay, this application, if we download this application, can we change this application? Yes, if we change, we can include something, or if we can include some instructions to that particular software content. It is like open source, freeware and open source we can call. If we were able to freely download that particular software, it is considered as freeware. But proprietary software, we cannot change anything. We cannot get it for free. Yes. Examples of free and open source software. Which of the following are examples of free and open source software? So till now we have discussed about what is the free software, what is open source software. So all of the above are the free and open source software. The OpenOffice, Python also we can download that and we can change, we can include or we can change the content or any particular set of instructions which are prepared by the vendor. We can download it freely for free and we can change the content also. Next, software that is freely available for use but source code may not be available is called as freeware. See, freeware means we can download it for free. Yes, we can use it anytime. We can download any number of times. Yes, so that is freeware. But we cannot change the source code until unless it is considered as the open source software. We cannot change the source code or any set of instructions from that particular software. Yes, that is freeware. If it is open source, we can change the source code content if it is open source. Yes. Next, we shall discuss about the language translators. So till now we have discussed the basics of the computer system. In the previous videos, you can check out the previous video where we have discussed about the computer system and also the MCQs related, most possible MCQs related to computer system and hardware, various hardware devices, the physical components. Now in this we are discussing about the software, various types of softwares, various types of application software, proprietary softwares or system softwares. Now, whenever we are using any software or external softwares, or we can say free or open source softwares or any proprietary softwares to develop some of the programming or to develop some applications. Yes, so those are like application softwares. To develop some applications, we need some programming language. Yes, if we know the how to write the programming language, the set of instructions, yes, we need the language translators. Language translators are which convert the high level language to, HLL, we can call it as HLL, high level language to low level language. Yes, high level language to low level language. Those are called as a language translators. What is low level language? Obviously the machine understandable language, the computer understandable language. High level languages, the human readable form, it is in the human readable form or human writable form. We can write the programming in the language which is provided by the like high level languages. We need to know the syntax of that particular programming language. It is considered as high level language. Obviously it has to be converted to low level language. Yes. Which of the following represents a program written in low level language? Low level language, that is understandable only by the computer. Yes. So which of the following is considered as the low level language? All of the above. So what are these low level languages? This is, we can say this is binary language. This is binary language, we can see. And next, coming to the next option, it has the instruction. It is the instruction which is written in assembly language, which is written in assembly language. That is also one of the low level language which is understandable by the computer. See, mostly assembly level languages are nowadays also being used to develop the coding or to instruct, to develop the chips, like the microprocessor units. So nowadays also assembly language is being used to develop the microprocessors. Okay, so that is also one of the low level language. That is like this instruction is saying we have to move this content into this. Yes, we have to move this content into this. So in our high level languages, if you want to move some content, we will be writing the instruction like a is equal to 5. If you want to store this store this 5 into a. Yes, the same way here also we have another assembly language instruction. So these are all considered as the low level languages. Next, which of the following is not a characteristic of high level language? So we have seen the difference of high level language and low level language. Yes, low level languages are machine understandable languages. Next, so which of the following is not a characteristic? Like in your examination also you have to observe, is not a characteristic. Yes. Next, it is machine independent. Statements in high level languages resemble English sentences or mathematical expressions. Yes, the high level languages are machine independent. We can develop this programming language in one computer and we can store in another computer and we can execute in another computer. So that is why it is considered as the machine independent. These programming languages or high level languages are considered as machine independent. Next, the statements in high level languages, yes, English sentences, as I told you, like these are like human readable statements, human readable instructions. Yes, or some of the human readable mathematical expressions. Yes, obviously this is a characteristic of high level language. Each statement in a high level language is converted into one machine code. Let us see. Language translators are needed to convert high level language to machine code. Yes, obviously. Why do we need these language translators? These language translators are needed to convert this high level languages to machine level language, that is low level language. This is also one of the characteristic of a high level language. Now, coming to this, each statement in a high level language is converted into one machine code. No, it is not being converted into not only one machine code. It will be having some set of like object codes. That object code will be converted into the machine code, not only a single code. Like if we write a single program, it is not being converted into only one machine code. It will be having particular set of divisions where we can have some multiple machine codes which are understandable by the computer. Okay, which of the following is not a high level language? Obviously, as assembly language is not considered as a high level language. Basic, Java, Pascal, these are all the programming languages which are written in high level languages, like which uses the features of high level languages. Which of the following is not a characteristic of assembly language? Assembly languages, see, Language uses symbolic codes instead of binary instructions. Yes, very low level language is like it uses only the binary instructions like zeros and ones only. So it is very complex for human to understand that particular set of instructions. So in order to overcome this problem, they have moved to using the assembly level language. They use symbolic codes, like we have seen what is the symbolic code, like move. In the previous example we have seen move, yes, or jump statements, yes, or jump from one statement to another statement. These are considered as the symbolic codes. Yes. Next, assembly language to be executable, it must be translated into machine code. Yes, obviously. Using a translating program called an assembler. Yes. So assembler is used to convert the assembly level language to machine code. Each assembly language statement generally translates into one machine code instruction. Let us see. It is machine independent. Is the assembly level language machine independent? No. It is not machine independent. It is machine dependent, as it is considered as the low level language. It is obviously a machine dependent language. If we construct a program or any set of instructions, assembly language instructions in one computer, we have to execute or we have to use that only in that particular system. Now coming to this option, each assembly language statement generally translates into one machine code instruction. Yes, only assembly language instructions are converted to only one machine code instruction. These are very important points. Only one machine code instructions, but high level language instructions are not being converted into only one machine code. They will be having some multiple set of machine code instructions generated when we execute the when we try to execute the high level languages. Yes. Next, coming to this translators. So till now we have seen what is like language translators. Why do we need this language translators? In order to change the low level language, convert the low level language to high level language. What is low level language and what is high level language? Now we have to know about the three translators, that are assemblers, compilers and interpreters. Assembler is used to, previously we have seen, assembly program into machine code. A compiler is a program that translates a high-level language into machine code. High-level language, machine code. An interpreter translates one line at a time. Yes, interpreter has a feature. The compiler will consider all the program, whatever, if you like 100 lines of program, all the 100 lines of programs are set for the translation, but interpreter, it will consider only one line at a time. Each line at a time, one line executes and it will produce a result, another line executes and it will produce a result. That is the purpose of the interpreter. Okay, so these are all the three translators we can say to convert high level language to machine understandable language. Or assembler is like assembly program, assembly level language programming to machine code. Coming to the question, which of the following is not true about an interpreter? No object code is produced. It is not considered as a system software. It must be present all the time to run a program. Yes, so no object code is produced. It is like it is true. Yes, no object code is produced. For each and every line, we may not get the object code. Yes, so whenever we use the compiler as a translator, if the programming language software is using the compiler as a translator, an object code will be generated with the extension .obj. Obviously, yes, this is true. It doesn't produce any object code when we are using an interpreter. It is not considered as a system software. Let us see. It must be present all the time to run a program. Yes, it must be present. Why? Because in the interpreter is considering only a single line of instruction to get executed. After that execution of particular line number 1, it will go to the particular line number 2. So all the time we need an interpreter. If we use this interpreter, as the translator for high level language to machine understandable language. It translates one line at a time. Yes, obviously it translates only one line at a time. That is why it has to be available all the time in the programming language to run that particular program. It is not considered as a system software. The interpreter is obviously considered as a system software. Without this interpreter, we cannot interpreter or the translators, we cannot convert our program into its own executable form. Yes. Next question. What is the main purpose of language translators? Yes, language translators are obviously used to convert high level language to low level language. Yes. To generate an executable code. Yes. The object code, we can generate the object code with the extension .obj. We know the extension .obj. To generate the machine understandable code. Yes. So machine understandable code will be generated by using any of the language translators. So all of the above is the correct answer for this question, which is related to main purpose of language translators. Yes, this is all for this basics of the computer system. This all comes under the topics of EMRS syllabus, the NCERT syllabus. Under computer system architecture, the first concept we have discussed. So all the possible MCQs, most possible MCQs we have discussed, not like only important, we have discussed most possible MCQs which are related to the computer system, hardware, software, and all the language translators, various types of softwares also. Okay, so let us continue with the next topic in our next video. Until then, please follow the channel. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more useful content, like most possible MCQs you will be having provided with this channel. Okay, thank you, learners.